Here we go again, New York. The build-out of fracking infrastructure is in high gear. Manheim, New York is targeted for a key link, a large compressor station that could link frack gas from Canada and Pennsylvania pipelines to national and international markets.
In section 274B of the town law, which, with respect to the application by Express Natural Gas, LLC, XNP, and Leon and Rebecca Newswinder for a special use permit for natural gas filling station to be located on the 6.59 acres of land proposed to be subdivided out of the Newswinder property.
One of the questions I keep hearing is why? Why are they doing this? Why do they want this? And since I've been involved in April, there hasn't been a question-answer session, so I can get an answer to that question. But this is what people want to know. Why do you want this? And why are you pushing so hard for it?
It's imperative to prevent the introduction of gas infrastructure in your community. In 2006, Millennium Pipeline built a 30-inch high-pressure pipeline going through our community, which included 2 metering stations in order to transport fracked gas from Pennsylvania to Ramapo, New York. Only landowners along the right-of-way were informed of this development. Other residents were not informed of this, but there was a distinct change in our environment once the facility went online in 2008. Firstly, landowners along the right-of-way reported that their yards were torn up by the pipeline. Farmers reported that their irrigation systems were destroyed. The company promised to repair them, but never did.
If you allow this industrial plant to be built, you will ruin this area. It does not fit in with the character of the area. People don't want to move to an area with, live next to, or drive past a compressed natural gas plant on a regular basis.
The clear thing that I believe should be obvious here is that the zoning category that this particular site is in is not the industrial zoning category. It's in the agricultural 60 category.
In addition, I am submitting a recent article detailing health impacts being experienced by the residents of Minisink, New York, following the construction of a compressor station in their community. The concerns of the residents were ignored. They were told that the only emissions at the station would be water vapor. Does that sound familiar?
It's the Williams Northwest Pipeline plant along the Columbia River near Kennewick. King 5's Chris Ingalls is live near the neighborhood where hundreds of residents have been evacuated.
Now the home and the organic farm we're planning to build is on hold. Instead of being here, excited to be going through the process of working with the zoning board to properly build the farm of our dreams, I'm here asking you to please protect us from unregulated gas industry setting up in our backyard.
Compressor station going on out there.
The Lathrop station?
Lathrop station.
And do you hear noise? How often do you hear the noise?
It's always there. Goes up and down, and then they leave, they let go with a pile of air pollution into the air. You hear like a big hissing sound, and stinks up the place. You know.
XNG wants to tap the Iroquois gas pipeline. Well, the Iroquois gas pipeline was put in, I think, in 1992, and that's the date I have. Well, there's a proposal from I guess it's Williams Midstream in Pennsylvania. They want to build the Constitution pipeline to bring frack gas from Pennsylvania to the Iroquois pipeline. And that will be near, I would say, the Schoharie County line.
So why all of a sudden have they begun to act in an illegal manner, refusing the day after that law was re-upped, June 2013, XNG calls up Mr. Horton, approaches him, and all of a sudden, they're not filing that law.
Let's respect the members of the zoning board and the members of the planning board's integrity, unless and until you can prove that they or I have acted in a way that's illegal.
Our whole region, all the 10 townships around Manheim, all oppose it. They all have their bans in place. You decide to act illegally, throw the whole thing out the window illegally, and we're supposed to swallow this.
It is a huge gamble with potential irreversible impacts. The possible benefits are too few. 6 on-site jobs, jobs for outside tractor-trailer drivers, and some tax revenue, while the risks are immense.
Will the owners of Express go to jail and be liable when something goes wrong? Or will the town board members go to jail and pay from their accounts? Or will the taxpayers be liable for any accidents? How can there be no National Fire Protection Association safety code for the facility?
Ain't nothing natural about natural gas. It's a mutant Charlie Manson necromancer. It's about as clean as a horse's ass. It's about as sustainable as cancer. It's lipstick on a pig. It's a bald news anchor's wig. It's a salesman's cheap cologne.